رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما. Okay. Come a little bit in front so you can see me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, which surah did we finish?
We finished
A'raf. And now we are going to do Anfal. Okay. Anfal, the meaning of Anfal is the surah talk war booty. Okay, like it's talking about rulings during jihad, during war. Okay, and so from that you can guess, is this a Makki surah or a Madani surah? A Madani surah, because all the battles, all the ghazawat took place after the hijrah. And which year did this surah get revealed? Was revealed in second year after Hijri, because Battle of Badr took place in second year after Hijri, right? And which month did Battle of Badr take place? In Ramadan.
On the 17th.
Yeah, Battle of Badr took place on the 17th of Ramadan. Louder, okay? On the 17th of Ramadan. And do you know what the day of Badr is called? Yawm al-Furqan. Okay, the day of Furqan. Why is it called Furqan? What does Furqan mean? The word faraq means something where there is a clear distinction. Two
border.
Yeah, there are two things and there is a clear distinction between both of them. You can see a clear distinction. So basically, Furqan means a criterion between what is right and what is wrong. Okay?
And
why
is called Yom Furqan because that's like when the battle came, so then the hypocrites got separated from
the truth, not hypocrites at this point, the truth was separated from the falsehood, because the Quraysh and the Mushrikeen and the Muslims. I mean,
but
Muslims
there was
and the
also
Mushrikeen.
some hypocrites who didn't come to the battle, so they were also exposed.
That was in Uhud. Okay, in Battle of Badr, it was more to show, because till then, like, there was this enmity between the Mushrikeen, the Meccan Quraysh and the Muslims, and Badr made it clear to the Muslims and the Mushrikeen that Allah is giving victory to the side of the truth, right? Which is the Muslim side, right? So, and Suratul Anfaal does talk a little bit about that, and that's the only part we are going to cover. We are not going to go into all the details. There are so many other stories that come in, but we are just going to go into how during the Battle of Badr, Allah gave the Muslims victory. Okay, because we know that it's the first battle. Okay, and how many people from the Muslims, how many Sahabas were there in the battle? What?
313.
313. And how many people from the Quraysh? From
like
the
thousands, right?
1,000. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And who had more weapons?
The Mushrikeen.
The Quraysh,
And
right?
they also didn't have any horses. The Muslims didn't have any horses.
The Muslims had one horse and they had 70 camels.
That's all they
And
had.
the only horse was Hamza's horse.
Hamza radiallahu anhu's horse, right? So now, what happens in the Battle of Badr? Like, how is Allah's help coming down for them?
Oh, it was the angels. Like the angels came and fought with them, and they looked like so. It looked like there's a much huger army than the Muslims were fighting.
Yeah, Allah. Yeah.
You can finish this.
No.
Another thing
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this okay.
Allah also made it rain before, so that one part of the place was muddy, so it's hard for the mushrikeen on their part. But for the Muslims, it was just rained enough for the ground to become firm, so it's easy for them to run.
Yeah. Was it Battle of Badr? Okay. You're sure, right? Okay. Yeah. So Allah helped them in various ways, and one is angels. Allah sent a group of angels that looked like, that made the Muslims group look bigger. And Allah made the Quraysh feel very complicit and very
Scared.
very comfortable also, that in the beginning they were like, oh, we have more people, we have more weapons, so we'll surely win.
And once
So they kind of relaxed.
yeah, and once the war started and they can't back away is when.
Then Allah put fear also in their heart, because they could literally see on the other side there was a lot of people, because Allah sent down the angels, right? So there were Muslims and the angels also came down.
One thing is, when they told that they have one horse and 70 camels, they said that we'll do double.
Who will do double?
The Quraysh said we'll do double.
Oh, we'll have more
Yeah.
horses and camels.
Yeah, so the Quraysh said, oh, I'll bring 20 of my camels and 20 of my horses.
How do you know all this?
Because we lost in the message.
Oh, okay.
Listed all of them.
Okay. And another thing is, Battle of Badr kind of happened unexpectedly. So it was also a test for Muslims themselves, to
That's
test
why
their
I said
iman
about
also, to test their iman also. And they were a little hesitant, but then Allah made them feel like Allah will help them.
And
Okay?
they weren't really sure about what's gonna happen because they didn't know if there was an army. They weren't really sure about what's gonna happen because they didn't know if there was an army protecting the caravan, which is why they fought or not. So they were like very unsure what is gonna happen. So only the people like Muhammad ﷺ told his people that it could be either way, and the people who had like very high iman only came. So that's why the people who fought in Badr have like a high place.
High status. Yeah, that's another thing, because Allah is telling them, don't focus on material, and it's mentioned in this surah also, don't focus on the material gains, like what they would get from the caravans or the war booties. Okay, the main thing is follow Allah's command, obey the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At that point he said, okay, now it is time to retaliate, and so they have to do it without any hesitation, right? And the Muslims became victorious that way, like they had that iman to go forward and fight the battle. Okay, so this the surah of course starts with that part 2, saying who the true believers are. The true believers are those whose hearts tremble with fear when the name of Allah is mentioned, and whose faith grows stronger as they listen to His revelations, to the ayat, and they put their trust in their Rabb. They are those who establish salah and spend in charity out of sustenance which Allah has given them. We have given them. Okay, those are who are the true believers, and they have exalted rank, high rank with Allah. Okay, and Allah's forgiveness for their sins. Good. Okay, and that's how the surah starts. Okay, and then Allah is talking about how the battle of Badr. Okay, so I'm just going to read that part from ayah number 11. Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إذ يغشيكم النعاس أمنة منه وينزل عليكم من السماء ماء ليطهركم به ويذهب عنكم رجز الشيطان وليربط على قلوبكم ويثبت به الأقدام. إذ يوحي ربك إلى الملائكة أني معكم فثبتوا الذين آمنوا سألقي في قلوب الذين كفروا الرعب فاضربوا فوق الأعناق واضربوا منهم كل بنان ذلك بأنهم شاقوا الله ورسوله ومن يشاقق الله ورسوله فإن الله شديد العقاب ذلكم فذوقوه وأن للكافرين عذاب النار يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا لقيتم الذين كفروا زحفا فلا تولوهم الأدبار ومن يولهم يومئذ دبره إلا متحرفا لقتال أو متحيزا إلى فئة فقد باء بغضب من الله ومأواه جهنم وبئس المصير. And then it goes on. Okay, so let's read the part where I just read. Okay, Allah is saying, remember before the battle of Badr when He caused drowsiness to overcome you, meaning Allah gave that sleep. The sleep overtook them so that they will get rest. The Muslims. Okay. Okay, you can color that. Okay. So Allah caused the Muslims to sleep. Usually, if you have an exam coming up, or if you have something, you stay studying, and not just that you're nervous, but Allah gave them that peace of their mind so that they could fall asleep. Allah just made them forget about that, and Allah caused them to sleep so that they are refreshed the next morning. Remember, they were fasting too, right?
With the names of Allah, that's the name that I did today, the one who gives peace and protection.
What's the name? Allah. Al-Hafiz. Gives protection, gives peace.
Yeah, the protect.
Okay. So Allah caused them to sleep as an assurance from Him, and sent down water. Oh, this is what you said. Allah sent down the water from the sky to cleanse you and to remove from you the uncleanliness caused by shaitan. Okay, so one of the things is it actually Al-Muhaymin, the guardian. Okay, so Allah sent down rain, like you said, the land kind of became favorable to them, but also it's also a spiritual cleansing. Okay, it's actually a spiritual cleansing also, to kind of remove the uncleanliness from their hearts, to make their iman strong. When you see rain, it makes your iman go up, right? Because rain is a mercy from Allah, right? So any doubts that they had in their heart, that's why it's saying to remove the uncleanliness caused by shaitan, because shaitan is the one who causes doubts in your heart, right? So when the rain came down, it kind of gave them that peace and that strength of iman. Okay, to strengthen your hearts and to steady your footsteps. The footsteps is what you said. The land became favorable for the Muslims. Asma, you understanding? Yeah. When the rain came down, two things. One is
how, like, when sand is wet, it becomes firm. But when it's not wet, it's hard to run in sand, right?
So that's one thing. Yeah, the footsteps became firm, but also the heart became strong. Because when you see rain, you feel, oh, this is such a mercy from Allah, right?
That's why you always say, right? Is that when
Right.
tells it
Alhamdulillah, and you can make dua at that time. Okay? Then your Rabb revealed His will to the angels. This is where Allah is sending the angels to the Muslims. I am with you, give courage to the believers. I will cast panic into the hearts of the unbelievers. Therefore smite their necks and beat every joint. Okay, so that's how Allah sent the angels. Allah sent rain. Allah sent Allah made them sleep the night before so that they are refreshing. They are fresh for the battle. And then the next day you have to say okay, and try to do that. Okay, instead of yawning like that. Okay. And then Allah also put fear in the hearts of the disbelievers. Okay, so
we should rewatch the seerah of Yasser, the seerah
to listen to the battle of
that
Badr.
one's really nice.
Okay, inshallah we'll listen to that. And actually we can listen to Yasir Qadi's Suratul Anfaal's juz also. We can do that, right? Okay, and then of course after the battle, the surah was revealed after the battle. So that's when Allah is telling this is how Allah helped, because the believers themselves would have been in how did this happen, right? So Allah is reaffirming to them that it was because of the help of Allah that they were able to become victorious in the battle. Okay, that's because you use this question. Okay, so we'll end this here, and then obviously this surah is then talking of. Okay, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك